Hope the sound's not too bad, guys. My off-camera mic is not waterproof. Okay, good morning YouTube. It's your gorgeous, sexy G-Love here, coming at you from a drizzly, dark and dreary cemetery somewhere in the southwest of the UK. The time is 10:05 on Tuesday, May the 19th, 2026. And this is day 158 of my shit to fit transformation from a tired, overfed and essentially invisible 204 to a buffed up and head turning 180 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. I will try and keep these updates brief, so do like, subscribe and stick around for the cheesy outro. So I recently lost 10.5 pounds of fat in 72 days before lean gaining for around 11 weeks to wash away diet fatigue, repair connective tissues and regain lost strength and size. As of May the 4th, I am back on that grind once again, looking to lose 9 to 10 pounds of fat in around 8 weeks. Okay, so I got to bed last night around 11 PM for 8.5 hours of very, very nice sleep. Woke up this morning and weighed myself first thing. My weight came in at 192.5 pounds. That gives me an average weight for the last 7 days of 192.43, and we are currently at a calculated 15.3% body fat. My watch is fairly snug, so water retention is currently normal, and energy levels are, I would say medium actually today. And my aches and pains are at a low level. System fatigue, I would say low. And what else? Yeah, hunger, yesterday, no issues whatsoever. Yes, I definitely feel more alive and vibrant. And so looking at my numbers on my chart of weights, daily morning weights, it's becoming increasingly clear that there's a high chance that I am a bit behind schedule. Previously, I did state that I thought that 1.6 pounds per week was unsustainable. However, what I didn't take into account is that currently my work duties are very, very light. I'm working 3 days a week. I never work 2 days in a row. I always have the gym before work, and recovery is as good as it's ever going to get. Plus also, I've now built myself up to 90 to 95% of all my poundages, so I don't need to increase the weights on any exercises now until the end of the cut. I can manage my reps and auto-regulate depending on how I feel on the day. So it would be a real shame for me to get to the end of June, at the end of this cut, and only get 6 to 7 pounds of fat, because that would feel like a wasted opportunity. Plus also, after the end of June, I'm not going to have these light work duties again and for another 10 months or so. So any other cuts I do in, say, October, November or April are going to be both very, very short and not particularly taxing. We'll be looking at maybe 4, 5 or 6 pounds maximum on these short cuts, just to take off any fat accumulated and get myself a nice healthy all-time low. It's now looking like the best thing that I can do is actually push things a little bit harder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut 40 carbs out. So my new macros will be 600 carbs, 220 protein and 100 fats. And this will give me an extra maybe 1/4 to 1/3 pound of weight loss per week. And so long as I can manage recovery and I don't do any heroics in the gym and I'm careful, I would be happy to lose a couple of percent in strength temporarily to be able to get to the end of June and have 10 pounds off, which will put me around about 184, 185, something like that. My original goal of being 185 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal would involve eating up to that weight. When I finish the cut, I'm going to look a bit depleted and like I need a good dose of fish and chips and a roast dinner, if that makes sense. So you always look and feel better about a month after your cut. So from the past, I have been 180 before and I look like I just walked out of Auschwitz. And yeah, that's probably unsustainable, that's probably unrealistic. But I now feel that 185 pounds is realistic, and I think it's important to set goals which are just a little bit out of reach. So yes, I think we will leave it there. As usual, I will put a link on the top right of your screen, which takes you back to December the 11th, 2025, and my chubby little face at the start of this journey. That link will be right here. Otherwise, do sit tight and wait around for day 159. That's awesome. Thanks for watching, guys, and roll the outro.